Hi, welcome to Art in a Day. I'm in Eureka Springs, Arkansas at the Great Passion Play Resort. I'm your tour guide, Rob Mount, and only a 35 to 45-minute drive from the U of A campus is a wonderful place to see history, religion, and one of the largest statues in the United States, Christ of the Ozarks. The serene statue of Jesus displays the iconic crucifixion positioned as he gazes upon the valley of Eureka Springs with a message of peace, protection, and hope. The Elna M. Smith Foundation commissioned the sculptor, Emmett Sullivan, to fortify and construct the enormous statue on top of Magnetic Mountain. Sullivan's previous notoriety came when he built the dinosaur park in the Badlands area, but his real claim to fame came when he was selected to be one of the sculptors of Mount Rushmore. His large-scale talents were perfect for this massive Christ structure, which took over 320 tons of concrete and reinforced steel and can withstand over 500-mile-per-hour tornadic winds. The statue is sculptured in the round and has a very stylistic body shape and stylized form. The artist wanted to be recognizable, yet have a geometric form and non-distinct features. Jesus' robe is wrapped almost like mummification and does not flow naturally. There's a lack of detail throughout the statue except for the facial hair and dead eyes that Sullivan gave the Savior. He did this so when the sun travels across the sky, it gives a comforting feeling that he's watching over you. The structure is also perfectly positioned to utilize the rising and setting sun as a giant halo around Christ's head. Structurally, the Christ statue contains a unique 2-foot rectangular feature in his head that equalizes the violent winds atop the mountain and minimizes cracking of the white mortar exterior. His head alone weighs a whopping 7.5 tons, and the statue catapults 67 feet tall and has 65-foot wingspan. The Christ statue has an unfinished resemblance in shape, monochromatic color, and facial imagery, as does the Balzac statue of Rodin. The piece is also reminiscent of Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man by how his arms, head, and base form a square. It has perfect symmetry, therefore creating balance as well. Sullivan's real inspiration for the statue is possibly the Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Both overlooked from a mountaintop, display a crucifix image, and are monochromatic in color. Christ of the Ozarks has intrinsic value by sheer volume and materials used in the construction, but also has an enormous religious value to several different spiritual faiths and believers. One of the traditional ways in which art has been valued is for its religious significance. The iconography methodology is applied to the context that the image immediately invokes. His outstretched arms seem to say, "Let the children come to me, and do not forbid them. Of such is the kingdom of heaven." Jesus of Nazareth, Matthew 19:14. Jesus' life on earth is documented in the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and this piece of art reinforces their writings and places an iconic visual reference to the New Testaments and its teachings. Gerald and Elna Smith were the visionaries that conceived the massive piece of art, and to ensure everyone could view Christ continually, he installed two 10,000-watt spotlights to illuminate Christ's image. They have been burning brightly ever since its dedication in 1966. However, the lights momentarily went out in October of 2012 due to a pending bank foreclosure. Through donations and fundraising, the lights were turned back on in early December, and a Christmas miracle happened in the Ozarks. There is now a planned 2013 production of the Passion Play, and a glorious Christ statue will be brightly lit. I chose this piece of art history to raise awareness of creativity and artistry that is in our own backyard before the greed demolishes the statue and all it represents. Not only the religious freedom for all, but for peace and serenity in the natural state symbolizes. We should preserve not only wildlife in Arkansas, but the artistic beauty we have to offer as well. I want many future generations to experience Sullivan's artwork as I have. Through patronage and activism, we can save this and many other artists' works in our state. Sullivan's Christ can be seen for over 20 miles in all directions. It is used as a fixed directional guide for all the residents and millions of visitors each year. Just like the North Star, the Christ of the Ozarks is a compass to safety, especially in the darkest moments that we all face in our lives.